Oh, Mr. Kentley, so glad you could come.
Thank you, Brandon. Mrs. Kentley isn't well, so I took the liberty of bringing my sister-in-law, Mrs. Atwater. She's been staying with us.
Oh, delighted to have you, Mrs. Atwater.
Delighted to come, dear boy. I've been in New York 2 weeks. Alice has been ill almost the whole time, and Henry is forever cataloging his library.
Oh, no, Anita. Occasionally I even read one of my books.
But I'm on a visit, Henry. This is just my second party. I suppose it's only fair that
Let's take your things.
Thank you.
Sorry to hear Mrs. Kentley's so ill.
Oh, it's just a cold.
Oh, colds can be very dangerous this time of the year. I hope Mrs. Kentley's staying in bed with lots of fruit juice.
She is, thank you.
Well, that'll do the trick.
Cold's dangerous in this heat. I don't understand that at all.
Not really.
Exactly 2 years ago this summer, I had one
Really
myself.
appreciates
I was down for 3 weeks. The doctors were just about ready.
This way, Mrs. Atwater.
Particularly at parties.
Particularly this. This is all way over my head.
David!
Oh, no. This is, you've made a mistake. This is Kenneth Lawrence.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's all right, Anita. Kenneth is often mistaken for David, even by people who aren't nearsighted. We haven't had much opportunity to observe the resemblance lately, my boy. You haven't been studying, have you?
I've been trying to, sir.
Oh, dear, the resemblance is only physical.
I believe you both know Miss Walker.
Janet, my dear, I finished working out your horoscope just before we came.
Oh, tell.
The stars are very kind. They indicate a marriage very soon. For a tall, fair-haired young man with a very lovely father.
Oh, come, Anita, I told you that a week ago.
Oh, well, I suppose you did, but the stars confirm it.
Wonderful.
Mrs. Atwater, may I present Mr. Philip Morgan?
How do you do?
Oh, you've hurt your hand.
Oh, it's nothing, just a little cut.
What happened?
Nothing. The glass was cracked and it broke, that's all. May I get you some champagne, Mrs. Atwater?
Oh, I should adore some. Daddy used to have a glass every morning at 11. But, of course, Henry doesn't like it.
Mr. Kelly, may I get you some?
Well, I prefer a little scotch with a lot of water, if you don't mind. Is David here?
I expected him to come with you.
He called and said that he'd meet us here.
Where did he call from?
Oh, our maid spoke to him. He was at the club studying for his examinations. Tennis.
The trouble with David is he doesn't have to study. He's too bright.
Well, David does all right, very much so.
Thank you. How's Mrs. Kentley?
As usual, it's a cold this time. I hope David arrives soon. She wants him to call her.
David's her only child, Mr. Kentley.
Well, he's my only child, too, but I'm willing to let him grow up.
Why don't I call and tell her he's been detained?
No, you mustn't pamper her, Janet.
David might even have stopped off to see her.
Mr. Kentley?
May I use the phone?
Of course, it's in the bedroom.
How cozy.
Aren't you ready for another?
I will be.
Actually, don't know much about astrology.
I am, thank you.
What a charming young man. I wish David saw more of him.
Yes. I'll go and call.
Kenneth, there's too much air in your glass.
Oh, mine's fine, thanks.
Would you mind taking this into Janet?
Sure. Why?
No particular reason. It's hers. I thought you'd like to take it into her. She's in the bedroom telephoning.
Then you'd like David to walk in.
Oh, no, that'd be too much of a shock.
When we walk.
July 14th. Can you really tell my future from that?
Of course, I'm only an amateur astrologer.
I'm sure you're very good.
I do my best. I suppose you want to know if your concert will be a success.
Yes, I do.
Let me see now. You were born on the 14th of July. You're Cancer the Crab. You're a moon child. You're very much influenced by the moon. May I see your hand? You don't remember the hour of your birth by any chance?
No.
Good fingers, strong, artistic.
What about the concert?
These hands will bring you great fame.
Oh, yes. That's nice and very handy. Extremely. Well, I consider myself a very fortunate man today. I'm on hand for the grand opening. Of what? Of your collection, so to speak.
Oh, yes, of course.
You going to play?
I hope it comes
How
back.
lovely.
Your wife sends her love.
David wasn't there?
No, he'll probably be here in a minute, though.
Your touch has improved, Philip.
Rupert! I was beginning to think you weren't going to show.
You know me better than that.
Mrs. Atwater, may I present Mr. Rupert Cadell?
Delighted.
Thank you.
Mr. Kentley.
How do you do, Mr. Kentley?
Rupert Cadell, the housemaster at Somerville.
I used to be.
Then you must have taught my son, David.
Well, you flatter me. How do you do?
Hello, John.
Oh, Miss Walker.
How'd you know?
Brandon's spoken of you.
Did he do me justice?
Do you deserve justice? Well, little Kenneth Lawrence, how you've grown.
Hello.
Oh, now come, Kenneth. School's out. You can say it.
Rupert, you're the same as ever. It's awfully good to see you again.
Why?
Well,
Don't mind me. Very pleased to see you again. And that bears a curious resemblance to champagne.
It is.
It's very good champagne, too. What's the occasion?
Well, I told you on the phone. It began as a little party for Mr. Kentley so he could look over those first editions. Then it turned out Philip and I were going up to the country
Yes,
tonight.
you told me that, too, Brandon.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, I thought I'd make it sort of a farewell for Philip.
Therefore, champagne.
Yes.
I see.
Well, it's true.
You always did stutter when you were excited.
Well, I guess I'm always excited when I give a party.
Really?
Mr. Cadell.
Oh, Miss Wilson.